This podcast may contain adult themes and strong language. Hello and welcome to episode 72 of Marbella with him and her. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray.
We've had a busy week.
Happy birthday to ya.
I said we weren't going to sing.
Happy birthday to ya. But it's been your birthday week.
Doesn't mean you have to sing.
Oh, you got to sing on someone's birthday week.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had a nice birthday week?
I have had a lovely birthday week. Thank you very much to everybody. There's been lots of different things going on and lots of lovely presents. So, yes, I've had a wonderful time.
I've made a note of presents. We'll talk about that.
Ooh.
The week started with Pilates. You didn't come this week, though.
No, thankfully. I don't need to do Pilates every week and...
Ever again.
Pretty much, yeah. I think I've come to that conclusion now.
Some others came. Nikki and Audrey came this week, so that was nice, doing it with some friends. But I feel like I've really felt it this week. Tuesday, the next day, I did body combat, and there was a bit where we had to lie down and just put our legs straight up in the air, and I couldn't straighten my legs. And that's like really easy normally for me, and I felt like a old woman.
Well, I think it might be because you were showing me how to use the resistance bands and you did 2 reps on that, like literally 2 seconds, and then you couldn't walk after that. So I think that's what's done it.
That is embarrassing, and I will not accept that that's what the reason is. 2 seconds of resistance bands. I'm not touching them again. I actually had the day off on Monday because I took my dad to Malaga for a hospital appointment. So yay me.
Yeah, well done. And you avoided all the traffic, which is good.
Yeah, exactly. I was explaining Waze to Dad. I hope he's downloaded it, about the fact that you can look in advance and see if the road is red, if there's traffic, and then you can avoid it. It can take you down a different route. So that's really handy if you're going to an appointment or something.
We mentioned this in our podcast when we went to Madrid because it kept rerouting us.
Seville.
That one.
Yes.
Yes, Seville. You're right. It was Seville, wasn't it?
It was.
And it rerouted us lots of times and we avoided all the traffic. So, yeah, it's a very clever piece of equipment.
Definitely. Talking of clever, I had 2 special guests on the radio on Tuesday. I mentioned last week that Sheila's son was visiting with the family from Bangkok. And Sheila said, oh, can I bring Daisy and Theo into the radio station? They've never been to a radio station and maybe they'll want to speak on the radio. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I had a few messages from people afterwards saying how lovely it was and how much they enjoyed it. They were ever so sweet. So Daisy is 8 and Theo is 10. And we didn't plan anything beforehand. I was just asking them about coming to Spain and what it's like living in Bangkok and what they enjoy or don't like about school. And it was ever so funny. So Daisy said her least favourite subject was maths. And Theo said his favourite subject was maths. So I said, oh, do you help your sister out then with her maths homework? And he went, no, I don't. Which is very funny.
Don't they say never work with animals and children?
Yes, they do. And that actually came up, and I told them that, well, I didn't tell them, I told the parents, but they were there, that when I did a week's work experience at a nursery when I was a teenager, that I had to fill in the form afterwards, and they said, what's the biggest thing you've learnt from this week's work experience? And I said, never to work with children.
Not going to become a nursery nurse.
No, definitely not.
Nursery teacher.
Nursery teacher. Or any kind of teacher. I have massive respect for school teachers. We've got a lot of friends who are teachers. And yeah, kudos to them. I think you do a fantastic job because, yeah, I think it must be really, really difficult to work with children because they can be children.
They can be quite annoying, can't
Absolutely. Absolutely. Obviously, all the friends we have with children, your children are lovely. We don't mean them.
No, absolutely not. Your children are fantastic and we're talking to you.
Exactly. Nikki has been here with the kids and she came over on Tuesday night to do a tarot reading for me and it was really good. She's really good, you know.
Well, yeah, she does the TV with you as well. Do you do tarot on the TV as well?
She has done a couple of times, yeah. She mainly talks about astrology and things because it was Leo season when she came on a couple of weeks ago. So
that's my season.
It is, mine too.
Oh, yeah.
And Nikki's.
Oh, yeah.
We're all Leos.
We are. And we all get on.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
So the reading that she gave me ended up all being about kind of money and success and making things happen, and literally all the cards to do with abundance and money and success were all coming out, but there were little kind of blockages that were in the way.
Was I a blockage?
Oh, I hope not. No, the two lovers came out twice and she was just like, yeah, your relationship's fine.
Are you sure that was about us?
I hope so.
With each other?
A steady kiss cam. So yes, it was all about money and success. And bizarrely, I've really taken on everything that came out in that. And we've had quite a sort of successful week, haven't we? Making things happen and making plans.
You've been cracking the whip.
Yeah, it's good. Sometimes you need a tarot card reading from Nikki in order to get things moving. And I don't mean bowel-wise.
Oh, why would you bring up bowels in that conversation?
Because it just sounded like when I said get things moving. It
only in
like,
your head.
Okay. Last week I mentioned the fact that I'd made contact with Imogen Edward Jones, who's just written a best-selling book with James Patterson called The Last Days of Marilyn Monroe. And I did the interview this week and it was really good, really interesting. I came home and was telling you all about it, wasn't I?
Yeah, and I was saying, did you ask her this and did you ask her that? And they were the first questions
you asked her. Each time I was like, yep, that's exactly what I asked her. I mean, the first thing I said was, did you have an opinion about Marilyn Monroe's death before writing the book that changed as you were doing all the research? And she said, oh yes, absolutely. I mean, the reality is there is no kind of conclusion because nobody really knows what happened.
Unless Donald Trump releases the papers.
They just did a massive amount of research into all the different theories, because obviously there's been a massive amount of conspiracy around the death of Marilyn Monroe, whether it was the Kennedys, whether it was the CIA, whether it was the FBI, all this kind of stuff.
Just add there in case they're listening. Of course, we don't believe anything.
Oh, no, of course. Yeah. Yes.
Whatever you said happened.
Yes, absolutely.
However,
yeah, there was lots of interesting things that came out in her research, one of which the fact that all of Marilyn Monroe's phone records, obviously the landline at home, it was years before mobiles, her phone records just conveniently disappeared after her death. Also,
as did her housekeeper.
Who was the person who discovered her body and was, interviewed, asked a few questions at the time, and then she kind of disappeared. Nobody's seen her since.
So the conclusion is here, it's nothing to see here, move on. Yeah,
it's very odd. Although Imogen did say, in her opinion, if it was a cover-up by either of the people I mentioned, she said there would have had to have been at least 150 people complicit in the cover-up, which obviously sounds unlikely. But we were saying, would it really be 150 people? I don't know.
You can see the things I've covered up and it's just me.
All right, kiss cam. I'm going to keep saying it.
You are, aren't you? Why?
Because
I haven't kissed anybody.
That we know about.
That I've been caught with.
Yeah, exactly, on a kiss cam. We had a TRE summer party this week, which was really nice, at Don Giovanni Italian restaurant in Cancellada, which I have to say was absolutely packed. We couldn't believe it. Packed inside, a full terrace that goes round like 50% of the restaurant. Can I just say,
when you say we, that's not me, that's you and your work colleagues.
Correct. Yes. And so basically when you come up into the village of Cancellada, there's a pharmacy on your left, and I keep burping, sorry.
Oh, I hope it doesn't smell.
It doesn't. The pharmacy on your left, and then on your right, the first restaurant on the corner. It's changed a few times over the years. It's now Don Giovanni, which used to be a bit further up. But yeah, fabulous, great food. Bit of a mix-up with the wine, though.
Yeah, we don't like our wine being mixed up.
No, we don't. And Annalise, one of my colleagues, ordered 2 bottles of Sauvignon Blanc because I'd specifically said, as the wine snob that we are, I'm including you in that even though you weren't there, because she asked us in advance what we'd like to drink. I said Sauvignon Blanc, please. So when she ordered the wine, she said nobody else specified what type of wine, so she ordered Sauvignon Blanc, and she said, I'm sure everyone would be fine with that. So I said, okay, great, thank you very much. I had a sip of the wine and straight away was like, this isn't Sauvignon Blanc. It wasn't very nice. It tasted like Chardonnay, to be honest, which is a wine I don't particularly enjoy.
This reminded me of a song about In Your Chardonnay.
In Your Chardonnay?
Morissette. She mentioned Chardonnay.
There's a black fly in your Chardonnay.
Yep.
There you go, well done.
I know stuff.
You do know stuff.
Have I put you off now?
A little bit. Okay. So I went to look at the menu and saw that they didn't have Sauvignon Blanc on the menu, which is why they didn't give us Sauvignon Blanc. But the Chardonnay that they gave us, yes, it was Chardonnay, was the most expensive wine on the menu, which is a bit cheeky. So, you know, they should have said, we don't have Sauvignon Blanc, here's the wine list.
And they should have realised that you're a local radio station and you don't treat you like tourists.
Quite.
In fact, they shouldn't treat tourists like that either.
Well, exactly. It's wrong. True. So anyway, so I ordered the Gavi de Gavi, which is one of our favourites, and was actually €3 cheaper than the Chardonnay.
I do like Gavi de Gavi.
And I ended up bringing some of it home.
I forgot it's in the fridge.
Yes.
Oh.
Definitely.
I'm having a non-drinking day today.
Or not.
We'll let you know next week.
It was your birthday on Friday.
Yes, I'm getting to the stage now where I don't really look forward to having birthdays because it means I'm another year older.
I'm glad that you're another year older. What's the alternative?
Benjamin Button.
Well, you are. You already are Peter Pan.
You could end up in 10 years with a child.
That's a bit weird. I don't like the idea of that. I don't want you to get younger, but I prefer you getting older because that's normal and that's life. And
listen,
I'm still here.
I still dance on tables. It takes me a bit longer to get on them now and off them.
Yes, and still do karaoke.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm still feeling a little bit delicate today. Mm-hmm. I blame you, I blame Aoife, and I blame Maeve.
Okay. Well, explain some of the presents you got first for your birthday.
Oh, I hate it when you put me on the spot like this because I always forget.
You got lots of wine. People obviously know you like wine, so people bought you some gorgeous bottles of wine. You got some Côte de Provence, you've got some white, you've got some red, really nice.
So do you want to answer these questions for me then?
Go on.
So I got some Côte de Provence, I got some lovely red. I got a NutriBullet. A portable one, not the main one, because I got one of those for Hannah last birthday or Christmas, I can't remember what, but it's for doing like fruit and even do ice and stuff in there and frozen fruit and that sort of thing, and it's perfect for doing your
smoothies
and protein shakes and things like that. And I love to cook, as you may well know, and I make my own pastes if I'm doing things like curries or Thai curries and things like that, and I need to whiz up things like ginger and turmeric and stuff, and we decided that we didn't really want to use Hannah's one for that because it does leave sort of residue. You can't always get rid of that smell and that, and if you put garlic in there all the time and ginger and
exactly.
stuff.
I don't want that in my smoothie.
You didn't want that in your smoothie, so I have one of my own now to do my curry paste.
Perfect. I've bought you your own. I also got you a Le Creuset bowl, a new salad bowl, so we have two now.
Yes, I love kitchen stuff. Doesn't matter what it is, I just love it. And we have two salad bowls with Le Creuset, as you said.
Yay.
So we can have two salads at the same time, or a big bowl each. I mean, they are huge bowls. That would be a lot of salad.
You've got some lovely food bits, actually. Even Bev and Jamie got some oils and
some lovely,
really nice.
So over the last few years, olive oil has become very expensive over here. So to get olive oil is a real treat.
Yeah.
And so it's an eco olive oil, so it's a nice organic one.
And a Pedro Jimenez.
Yes, so it's and it's one of the thick ones. So it's what you put on as a sort of after dressing, to make it look good. But yes, and Pedro Jimenez, which is beautiful. So yeah, really did well.
You got some Crystal Palace stuff, both from me and your work colleague.
Yes, mug.
I gave you a mug, yeah.
Crystal
Palace mug, and when we told my dad, he said, "You're a Crystal Palace mug,"
which wasn't very nice. We'll let it go this time because it was my birthday.
And you've got a shirt coming.
I have. So the Palace won the FA Cup, as I might have mentioned a few times on the podcast. And they've done this sort of special line of clothing, and there's a T-shirt on its way to me, which is the FA Cup winners T-shirt.
Whoop.
So I'm looking forward to receiving that and wearing it.
And that was from the people you work with.
It was very lovely things from them. Kind. And I'm talking of T-shirts, you got me the Duran Duran Rio T-shirt, and it's an iconic symbol in that. I think that's the way to say it. Symbol, would you say? It was the album cover. Logo. Well, it's not even a logo. It's not there.
It's just a picture.
It's a picture. Duran Duran's Rio, if you look that up, it has this, you probably already know it if you're my age, but it's amazing. It's a woman with lipstick and stuff. And I just said, oh, that is iconic. That's retro. I'd love that. And you got it for me. I
managed to track it down. I also bought you what you're wearing right now.
Well, when I do the podcast, I dress up in very nice clothes.
Or your Calvin Klein bed shorts.
Oh, my Calvin Klein bed shorts. I think that's too much information.
Well, this is why we're not doing a film.
That's why we don't video it.
My dad got you the potato book, and I'm really excited for you to use that.
Yes. It's
Poppy Cooks.
This is a great one for the Irish people, isn't it?
Yes,
potato.
they love a potato.
Yeah, you've been to a potato party.
I have been to a potato party organised by an Irish friend years ago, and I didn't know what to expect, but it's exactly what it says on the tin. It was a table full of potatoes. I've never heard or seen of it since, but about 25 years ago, I went to a potato party, and the table was full of bowls of different cooked potatoes. New potatoes, mashed potatoes, roast potatoes, crisps, fries.
So I've got all of that and more in this recipe book. So I will be trying out potatoes, and we might even have a potato party.
We could do. That would be fun. We went for brunch on your birthday to Amber Chew, which is the
Bless
place.
you. I do that every
I know
time.
you do.
It never gets old.
It does, though. The place where my dad and I go all the time. We wanted to take you and Sheila, so the four of us went, which was lovely.
Yes, and I had scrambled eggs on cream cheese toast
Bagel.
bagel-y things. Very nice it was.
Yeah, really good. That we
And
love
I
it.
had the special juice, the orange and
Ginger.
and I had a coffee.
You did. You did. And they gave you a really generous present.
What, Amber Dew?
No, Dad and Sheila.
They did. They gave us basically money to pay for our birthday meal. And it covered our birthday meal.
It literally did. It was
exactly the
perfect.
amount of money that it came to.
It was so good, so good. So we went out in the evening. I'd booked dinner, but I hadn't told PJ where. So on the way, I said, let's nip into Hogan's for a drink. And then there was a little surprise when we got there.
Because Aoife and Maeve were in there.
With Shirley and Kate.
With Shirley and Kate, yes.
They all said surprise. So we had a drink with them, which was really nice. And then we went up to De Gusto for dinner.
Yeah, never been there. You've been there for lunch with your dad.
Yeah, when it first opened. But Amy and Ross from Hogan's Stand suggested it. They'd been there a couple of times recently and said it was fantastic. And also Debbie and Peter were there as well. And Peter particularly really, really enjoyed it. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go on recommendations because they're always, generally good, and they really were.
Yeah, we have a recommendation. Try De Gusto.
Absolutely. So we ordered a bottle of Muga, Criantha, of course, because Sheila said, I want you to get a nice bottle of wine, so we absolutely did. We had an oyster each.
Yes, which I've got on video, which is quite funny, because I told you it had gone down your top. I think it did, if you look.
Oh, no, it hasn't. It didn't go down my top. So
well, not top, really, down your cleavage.
Oh, all right. Oh, well, maybe it did then. Maybe it's still there.
Like saving it for later.
Yes.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be good to have oyster. No, move on. Quick.
We had an artichoke. I bloody love artichokes. It was a grilled artichoke with some slices of jamon on top, really nice jamon, and an aroma, I'm pretty sure it said in the menu, an aroma of truffle. And it was just the right amount.
You sometimes have an aroma of truffle.
I'm sure I do. There are worse aromas, like an oyster stuck down your cleavage for 48 hours. We also had some char-grilled, is that a thing?
That is the thing.
Yeah, char-grilled leeks with romesco sauce. They were gorgeous.
It's very funny because they're all nice and sort of like leek-like when you get them, and you think, oh, I'm going to cut into that, and they just splat all over the place. You cannot
just
cut
fall
them,
apart.
but they
you
were
can't
gorgeous.
Cut them against the grain, can you? Basically, yeah, really, really nice. And then we ordered a fillet steak each, and the waiter suggested we had Chateaubriand, which is obviously to share, and it was beautiful.
And it was actually more economical than having a fillet steak each, because with a fillet steak, you then had to order sauce and you then had to order fries as a side dish, whereas this came with fries and a sauce.
Yeah, it was perfect. Really, really delicious. And the bill came to €133, and so we gave 150 including tip. Perfect.
Thank you very much, Sheila and Bernie.
Yes, thank you very much. Then we could have gone home.
We should have gone home.
But we went to Hogan's to have a couple of drinks there. And Maeve and Aoife were still there from earlier. So we had a few drinks with them. And then you thought it would be fun, a nice idea, to invite them back to ours for karaoke.
Yes. You know when you have regrets? I mean, it was a great time. It was a great time, don't get me wrong.
Brilliant.
But I am still feeling the effects now.
Oh, it was good. It was a great night. We somehow were singing karaoke till 4 a.m.
Yeah, sorry, neighbours.
Yeah.
We weren't quiet.
We weren't.
But it was great fun.
It was really good fun. And yeah, at that kind of stage in the early hours of the morning, everybody was amazing, weren't they?
We could have produced a new musical. That's how good it was.
Absolutely. A
I'm not
concert
including me
music.
in that.
Well, no.
I could be the
listen.
producer.
Yeah, okay. Oh, it was great fun. But unbelievably, the following day, we had already arranged 2 meetings for the San Pedro guide, which is part of the week money, gonna be good, exciting things. So we met Urshi, who runs a yoga studio called Om Yoga, AUM, which is very near to it's kind of between Carrefour and Bombay Grill. It's up that area of San Pedro, right next to the car park there in front of the Carrefour.
Yes, it is.
And yeah, she's got a new studio, been open since December. Really nice lady. She's going to be coming on the San Pedro guide, which is fab. She also does reflexology, and she offered us to go and try a reflexology treatment. Have you ever had reflexology?
No, I don't like people touching my feet.
No, I knew you'd say that. Maybe you should try yoga instead.
Or maybe you can try both.
You should try yoga now you've done Pilates.
She said she does a thing called yoga lattes.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
would be interesting.
We should try that, yoga lattes. So yeah, it was great to meet her. And then we met in Gym Junkie, Lenny, who runs Truth Health and Fitness Marbella. Oh, just to give their Instagrams, Om Yoga Marbella is the one for that, and Truth Health and Fitness Marbella is Lenny's. And she is a personal trainer. She doesn't have a studio. She's going to be doing things on the beach. She's already doing things on the beach. And it's specifically for women. And her niche is that they can bring their children, or their young kids, their babies or whatever.
Yeah,
which
you
is a
don't
great
need
idea.
to put them or get babysitters or anything. You can bring them.
Yeah.
She was a bundle of joy, wasn't she? She was just full of energy.
Yeah.
Amazing girl.
Yeah, brilliant. So that was good. Then we went back to bed and had a bit of a restful day because it was the Urban Chai quiz yesterday evening, second quiz in a week. And that was good too.
Yeah. There's not many teams because it's summer.
Yeah.
But it was...
Missing in action, one, having won on Thursday as well. They've had a blinder of a week.
Yeah.
Well done to them.
Yeah, well done.
And today we're recording this early Sunday morning because we're off to Los Espigones for the day, which will be nice.
Yeah, Los Espigones is on the beach and it's just directly opposite, really, La Sala by the sea.
Yeah, just before La
Is
Sala
it La Sala by the sea? That's their full name now, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
they've changed a few times, but it's
La
La
Sala
Sala
by
by
the
the
sea.
sea.
Yeah, it's quite near there. But it's on the beach, it's a Chiringuito, you get some nice beds and lunch, and yeah, it'll be lovely.
And we're going to walk for a bit of exercise.
We are. There was a few articles in the Sir in English this week that I thought would be good to mention. There was an article called 7 Things to See and Do in Ojén. Ojén is a beautiful little white village just behind Marbella, just slightly inland from Marbella.
Yeah, if you're going up the road towards Coín, I guess, by La Cañada, you'll see it on your right-hand side. There's actually a viewing point and you overlook the village. It's a white village on your right-hand side,
Beautiful.
basically.
And one of the things you'll notice when coming to Marbella and the Costa del Sol is there are lots of these little white villages which are well worth a visit. You know, coming to Marbella and just staying on the coast would be a real shame. There's so much to see. I mean, Spain obviously is a massive country. Andalusia is a massive province, but
It's not a province.
Oh no, it's a municipality.
No, it's not a municipality.
What is it then?
It's a region.
Region, sorry.
Malaga is a province.
Yes, of course. Sorry. Andalusia is a massive region.
Thank you.
And even Malaga province is large. So if you narrow it down and down, there's lots to see in and around Marbella. And Ojén is definitely one of those places.
Istan's another, isn't it?
Yes. They've got some beautiful freshwater pools that you can go swimming in Ojén. That was one of the things they mentioned, which looked lovely.
Yeah. Well, we have them up in Benavice as well. The Benavice
Yeah.
whirlpool, not whirlpool, rock pool.
Yes. Yeah, there's a few around here. And it's all free, you know, free access. There was another piece talking about...
Hang on, we haven't finished with Ojén because did they mention geocaching in Ojén?
They didn't, actually.
That was
no.
also great fun.
That
If you
was
like
great.
geocaching, which we suddenly got into thanks to Debbie,
Mm-hmm.
it's basically a treasure hunt that's online. You have to download the app and it gives you the sort of rough location and you have to find a tiny little packet that's got like, you know,
Bit of paper
a
in.
bit
Not
of paper
exactly
in essentially
treasure, but
that
yeah.
everybody signs, you know, with the date that they found it. So it's just, that's basically all it is. You don't win anything, but it's massive. I mean, it's all over the world.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it. Like to get back into that in the winter.
But in Imogen, there were tons.
Yeah.
There were like at least 5, weren't there, in a small space? And we could have carried on.
Yeah.
But we said, and we came across, it's like a dirt path that we're walking up, and that cat that we found up there. And then the horse.
It was great.
Amazing.
Yeah, Imogen's beautiful. Well worth visiting. There was also a piece talking about building works starting in Malaga on Europe's largest inclusive sports centre.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. I was going to ask you the same thing.
Inclusive for what?
Exactly. And I read the whole article and it didn't really explain. It's called Oasis by Fundación Unicaja, obviously the main sponsor of the place. It's going to be 20,000 square metres. And it said, how it explained it, it said it's got the aim of integrating people with functional diversity and their families.
So to
What's
me,
functional diversity?
I think that's basically another way of saying disabled people.
Well, I assumed that.
Well, maybe not disabled, but how do you say this without offending anybody these days? But it's just people that may have not be 100% fully body competent.
Okay. Disabled then. It's not an offensive word, I don't think. It's perfectly accepted. Well, maybe it's now functional diversity.
Quite possibly.
There you go. But either way, it sounds like a good thing because inclusive is obviously a very positive and good thing. So that
I would imagine,
great.
like, if you're talking about a swimming pool, for example, it will have facilities to put people in that can't get in on their own and all that sort of thing.
Yeah,
so
which
I
is
assume
great.
that's what it is.
Yeah, well, all up for that. That's absolutely
Wheelchair
brilliant.
friendly basketball courts and things like that. So.
Yeah, everywhere should have that option, to be honest. So that's fantastic. I didn't know this, Europe's biggest swimming pool is in Andalusia. It has a 1,200 person plus capacity, which my first thought was, wow, how cool is that? And then I thought that actually sounds like a nightmare.
Literally, all I'm thinking about is people weeing in the pool.
Oh, don't.
Like literally
yeah, with that many
1,200
people.
That's a nightmare. I'm sorry. I'm not going anywhere near that.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it looks stunning. It's fed directly by the Ocera River. It's not river water, it's obviously got chlorine and things in it. But it takes over 4 million litres in order to fill this swimming pool. It's in the Sierra de Segura mountain range in Jaén province.
We probably drove through that. In fact, I think that's the Sierra that we drove through when we were coming back from Madrid, because we took an alternative route back through the mountains. Yes. And that's probably that way.
So it looks beautiful. I mean, it'd be a great place to visit for the day. And there was a piece on Gordon Ramsay, and the headline was like, I think I was assuming that he was going to say something negative.
Clickbait.
It was a bit clickbaity, but we're up for that. It said it was about Spanish wines he was talking about, and he said that they are in another league. He said for years, Spanish wines have been one of the hidden gems of the world.
I would 100% agree with that. It's weird. So before coming to Spain, I've always liked wine, red wine in particular. And I got quite heavily into French red wine and maybe Malbecs from Argentina. And, so some New World stuff as well. But very rarely did I drink any Spanish wine. It wasn't on my radar. And then since coming to Spain and drinking lots of Spanish red wine, probably too much, I find it difficult to go back to others now. I find French red wine it's got no taste, no body to it. So you can quickly adjust your taste buds and your palate and the wines that you like. So I agree. I think Spanish red wines are underrated. We get a red wine from the supermarket at about €4 something, and it's stunning. It's better than a £10 bottle of wine you might get in the UK. In fact, some of the wines that we drink here in the UK are £10, and we pay €4 in the supermarket.
Yes, thank you for everything you've done to my palate.
You're welcome. I'm a palate pleaser. That's a new job.
That's great, palate pleaser. That could be a porn name.
My porn name is Palate Pleaser.
I'm married to a palate pleaser.
I'm going to set up an Instagram account called Palate Pleaser.
No. Oh God!
Wonder who will follow me.
We have so much more time for another Instagram account. Anyway, I also wanted to mention that Gordon Ramsay has opened his first Hell's Kitchen restaurant in Europe. It's located in the Unexpected Ibiza Hotel in Ibiza, funnily enough. I'm not sure
Why is
what
it
you'd
called
expect from a
Unexpected?
Hell's. I don't know, it's just the name of the hotel. I guess it's in a unexpected location. I don't know.
We stopped in Ibiza when we were on a cruise once, and we did have some lovely food.
We did. That's when we went to that Japaruvian place.
It was, yeah.
And you had a, what's that green...
Wasabi.
Wasabi. You had a wasabi mojito.
No, wasabi martini, I think it was.
Wasabi martini.
And they actually used, so what they did in this place is, wasabi is not actually what you get when you have your sushi. That stuff you're getting is probably about 80% horseradish. Wasabi is a root, and they had this special tool for doing it.
They grated it.
Yeah, they grate it on this special tool. And it's absolutely nothing like you get when you get your sushi. It's green, I give it that, but it's not got that intense hot flavour that you get. It's a more subtle flavour.
Yeah, it was fascinating. And we must mention that tonight Spain take on England in the Euro finals in Switzerland.
That's a repeat of the World Cup finals where England lost to Spain. Mm-hmm. That was the famous kiss from the uninvited
tonight.
Kiss from the guy that was giving out the...
Yeah, whoever wins, nobody kiss anybody, it's just safer.
No, but...
No kiss cams allowed.
No,
I got it in again.
You get it in again.
So who are we supporting?
England.
Okay.
I think they're the current holders of the Euro trophy. Mm-hmm. And as I said, it's almost like revenge against Spain when they lost out in the World Cup. So it all points to a very good and maybe slightly niggly match.
Yeah, it is interesting when Spain take on England, because my heart says England just because that's where I'm from, but I have lived in Spain for longer than I've lived in England, to be honest. So I do have an affinity with Spain. So if Spain win, I will not be disappointed at all. I'll be really happy for Spain, but I find it hard to watch England and not automatically want them to win. So
well, we watch on English TV, so it's all very pro England. They get excited when England are moving forward.
Absolutely.
So, if we were watching it on Spanish TV, we might feel differently because they'd be getting excited about Spain.
Good point. Well, good luck, ladies. May the best team win.
England.
It's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from her.